the dinner tonight is really a great job of the Chamber of Commerce and the Pacifica Historical Society. So we really owe them a nice applause because Mayor O'Neill has already introduced the council people at the head table, but I'd like to introduce the other people at the head table as well. And he's also a new community executive at Pacifica of just 6 weeks. Our newly appointed city manager, Kevin Woodhouse, is right. You know, we're also privileged tonight to have some dignitaries with us on the political side of the arena, and there are a couple here tonight. I want to introduce them, and they also have some presentations for us. First, San Mateo County Supervisor Don Horsley, and joining him tonight.
Well, like Mike, I also was born in San Francisco, grew up in Daly City, and my wife reminded me that I'm older than the city of Pacifica. Thanks, dear. You know, and I represent a lot of different communities, about 150,000 constituents, and I represent cities like Portola Valley, Woodside, Atherton, and they're some of the richest people in the world. And you know what? They got nothing on Pacifica, because when you drive over Pacifica and you see the Pacific Ocean, and the sunset and the sunrise, there's nothing that they have in Atherton, Woodside, Portola Valley that is comparable to that. So, you know, you were really rich in terms of where you live, and it just is I think is the most fabulous part of San Mateo County, and I'm really proud to represent this area. I was also one time I actually was a Pacifica police officer at one time, and I used to call Sharp Park Road my duck pond. That's why I gave everybody tickets. None of you, thankfully, because that was a long time ago. But have a great evening.
Thanks, Doc. The guests that we have tonight have brought plaques to present to us, and as you see to my right on the table, as you get up during enter the evening or something, look at them because they're really neat plaques. Now I'd like to present the Office of State Senator Jerry Hill, represented by Joan Dentler, and the Office of Assembly Speaker Pro Tem Kevin Mullen, represented by Virginia Croker. So would you please come up?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here tonight. As a lifelong Pacifica resident, I am thrilled and very proud to represent Assembly Speaker Pro Tem Kevin Mullen with my colleague Joan Dentler of Senator Jerry Hill's office. I'd like to just read just a very short piece of the proclamation because I think it capsulizes exactly what we love so much about our city. Whereas rich in history, beauty, and community spirit, the city of Pacifica is clearly regarded as one of California's most attractive and distinguished communities. And a visit to Pacifica will prove to any passerby that this is a community built on the hard work and determination of a population justly proud of its community.
Now therefore be it resolved by the Assembly Member Kevin Mullen and Senator Jerry Hill that they take great pleasure in congratulating and commending the City of Pacifica upon its 60th anniversary of its incorporation, and applaud it for the outstanding contributions it has made to the history of California. Dated on this date, November 22nd, 2017, signed Honorable Kevin Mullen and Honorable Jerry Hill.
All right.
Thank you very much. Congresswoman Jackie Spear could not attend tonight's program, but she did send her congratulations on the 60th anniversary. We have a beautiful framed copy of what the congressional woman read into the congressional record early this month, really talking about Pacifica and its history. So, as I said, if you do get a chance, please examine it, look at it, and taking heart that, hey, she's really talking about our community. So, what led to the city of Pacifica being incorporated? Well, it was a combination of factors. And not everybody wanted to be incorporated. Threats of invasion by San Bruno to annex Linamar, threat of garbage dumps being established here, concern about being a county stepchild, a desire to build a better community through self-government, all went into the controversial incorporation effort. How many of you actually lived in Pacifica in 1957? Raise your hand. Oh, just one? Oh, two. Very good, nice. Well, if you did, you know that it took 3 votes by the citizens to make Pacifica a city. The first incorporation attempt came in 1953. After it failed to vote, it came back to the citizens in 1955. Again, the vote went no to incorporate. And it wasn't until 1957 when an attempted annexation by San Bruno brought the citizens to make a third decision. This time the yeses outnumbered the noes by 490 votes, and Pacifica was born. Actually, the name Pacifica came from a list of many names. It took 3 meetings to finally determine the name. And who knows, if it had not been for our local attorney, Julian Cohen's suggestion of Pacifica, we might very easily been known as just Coastside. Who knows? But that Pacific became a name, and we've had it for the 50, 60 years. So we're very fortunate to have that. We're also very fortunate in our community to have many dedicated individuals who want to preserve the history of Pacifica. The Pacifica Historical Society has done much work to keep the history of Pacifica alive. Today, they're going to bring you 200 years of civilization in our community. Would you please help me welcome Shirley Gibbs and Gene Bartlett from the Pacifica Historical Society.
Thank you, Horace. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 60th anniversary of the City of Pacifica. Now just sit back, relax, and think back to the year 1769. The history of Pacifica, spanning over 200 years, consolidates many distinct periods: the Aboriginal Spanish mission, Mexican American, and the Anglo American. The Aboriginal dates from prehistory through the first recorded sightings of Point San Pedro by Spanish and English seafarers, and ends with the coming of Portola and the Spanish mission period. During the Mexican-American period, after Mexico won its independence from Spain, Pacifica was known as Rancho San Pedro. In the beginning, the Indians of the coastside lived lightly upon the land, gathering shellfish from the shore, seeds and small game from the hill, and fish from the many fresh streams which flowed to the ocean. They enjoyed a mild climate. Their needs were few, and nature provided abundantly. They lived peacefully as small tribes. Their villages clustered near the stream. It was this simple organization that the Portola expedition found the Indians of the coastside in 1769. Meet Gaspar de Portola, portrayed by Gilbert Riccardi.
Buenas noches. noches. Well, my expedition departed Loreto, Baja California, with 63 men, 200 horses, mules, traveling overland 1,000 miles in search of Monterrey. Mike. Two ships, the San Carlos and San Antonio followed, departing from La Paz with supplies. We traveled between 5 and 10 miles a day with frequent rest days throughout the expedition. The going was rough. On July 1st, we arrived in San Diego and soon departed on the 14th with a group of 74 aiming to reach Monterrey. 2 months later, on September 30, we camped at the mouth of the Salinas River, but I failed to recognize it as Monterrey Bay. The area, it looked so little and not as the bay we expected to find, which was described by Sebastián Vizcaíno in 1602. My weary and scurvy caravan continued traveling north, searching for Monterrey. And on November 1st, we came near the village of Purita, adjacent to Point San Pedro. The visiting group of local natives were helpful.
Excuse señor.
It's not working? It's working now?
Oh, yeah.
So you want me to start it? Carry on. So you want me to start from the beginning? Okay, so on November 1st, we camped near the village of Purita, adjacent to Point San Pedro. The visiting group of local natives were helpful as they offered guidance and needed supplies. But seeing the sightings at Point Reyes and the 7 fire units provided convincing evidence that we had come too far north. Have you ever been lost? Only to discover something unexpected? Well, 3 days later, on November 4th, 1769, during a scouting trip, one of my sergeants, Jose Ortega, sighted a large body of water beyond the hills east of the campsite. Lost and ailing, I led my expedition to what is now known as Sweden Ridge to rediscover what natives had known for eons, the great inland bay of San Francisco. For 200 years, Spanish ships have made landfall at Camp Mendocino and sailed south to Acapulco, but failing to see the protected body of water capable to float all the navy's ships of Europe at the time. Ironically, it took my land expedition to find what seafaring explorers failed to see, the San Francisco Bay. Despite my initial disappointment, Spain soon realized the value of the region, and by 1776, the Presidio San Francisco was established, which protected the bay for the next 2 centuries under the Spanish, Mexican, and American flag.
Hey!
Bravo.